Greetings. So I came across an article and the title was Remove Your Personal Info from the Top 7 People Search Sites Without Charge. And if you've ever wondered how come suddenly you're getting a whole lot of regular mail, also spam email, but regular mail from places and you're like, who are these people and how did they find out who I am? Or you're looking at it and you say, well, wait a minute, who's that person? You got the address right, but who's that person? Well, it turns out that you have hundreds of these sites. There's someone who goes out there, they scrape the internet looking to put information together. Some of them you actually have to pay for, and they're supposed to be better. I don't know because I've never paid for any of that stuff. But some of them are free. And so what they will give you the opportunity to do is to opt out of being on their list. Now, I don't know if that really tracks anywhere else or not. I do know that there's something that Google will offer, but I don't necessarily know how good that is, although I will give them credit that even though it took me 2 times to contact them, they eventually erased my house off of their Google Maps program, which I appreciated because 1, I didn't necessarily need my house out there, but 2, it was my next door neighbor who's in the picture because she was trying to change some flowers for me because I don't know anything about that kind of thing. But her picture is in it. And I said, no, that's got to go. So they erased it. And now I don't have to worry about anyone seeing my house unless I want them to come. And now I don't have to worry about them thinking she lives here because there's a whole lot of people out there looking for, well, what they consider easy targets. And I'd rather not have to deal with that. I would hope I would not be an easy target if someone tried, but you never know. Anyway, I decided I was going to try 3 sites to see what would happen if I went there with the intention of trying to erase some information. So the first site I went to was a place called BeenVerified. And it was interesting because I looked up my name, typed my name in there properly, gave the year I was born, and it came up and it had my name, but it didn't have where I actually lived. And it named a whole lot of people who I was related to that don't exist. It did list my mother's name, so at least it got that right, but nothing else was valid. And I decided at that point, you know what? This is a waste of time. I mean, that is one of those kind of things which explains somewhat how come a lot of times you will get email or regular mail to different names, because I wasn't related to any of those people. Truthfully, I've never gotten anything with any of those people on there, so I don't know if BeenVerified is necessarily all that good, but I decided, you know what, they're not even worth bothering. So the next one was a place called SpokeO. Now, SpokeO actually had the city I lived in, it had my name, it had my date of birth, and it had my age. It had my ex's name on it. But then it had some other people's names on there, and I said, okay, who are those people supposed to be? And, you know, once again, but it had a little something there. So it allows you to look up a few more things, and I did that, and I decided, okay, I'm going to try to see what happens if I do this one. So I tried, and it gave you one of those captcha things where you have to click the tiles. So it tells you, you know, click the tiles that have bicycles in it or buses or whatever. So I had to do that. And then they send you a link to your email. So I checked my email. There the link was. And that's supposed to be something that they then acknowledge, say, yep, we got it. And now we're going to go through the process of erasing it. Only that didn't work. I tried it 4 different times. I should have gone for 5, but I thought 4 was enough. I actually probably should have just stopped at 3. But what happened is that I pasted the link in there, and then that site came up again saying, you know, now click this link and we're going to send you an email. So I got 4 emails. When I got the 4th email, I said, okay, this just isn't going to work. I have no idea what was wrong with it. I don't know if it's a scam. I don't know if it was just a bad day, but I decided that's a waste of time. So then I went to the last one, and the last one I went to was called MyLife. I've actually heard of them, but I went and looked at it, and once again, had my name right, had my mother's name on there, And once again, it had some other people listed that I'm not related to. It had the beginning of my phone number, but it didn't have anything else. Actually, I have 3 different phone numbers, so that one's probably been there since I got it back in, 2000? Yeah, so what is this, 22 years ago? So there that was. And that one I decided, okay, let me see if I can do something. So I filled out the information and I hit the click. And then it said it would send me an email. I said, okay, you got to do this again. But then when I got that email, it said, we have your information and take a look at us in a week. We should have it totally wiped. No. I gave it 11 days. Then I looked. Still there. Like I said, it didn't have my address on it, but I don't know if they have it or not. You know, I think that even though I saw that in the article, and quite often, even if we don't know these people, we trust them because, hey, it's in an article. But it's quite possible that they go through that because it helps them to verify that, hey, we got this information correct. I don't know. I hate to look at things like that, you know, conspiracy theory, especially after what happened today with the January 6th committee. Did I say that? But, you know, I think that probably the only one I would trust is the one through Google, which I haven't tried yet because I have a business that's, you know, registered online. I have 3 blogs, you know, that are in my name online. However, none of the sites actually use my real first name. So, oh, that's right. That was the other thing. BeenVerified also misspelled my first name. So there you go. I don't know. I think that in general, if you're really looking to scrub your stuff, you can try Google first, but you just might have to hire someone or pay someone who knows how to do it right, just so you can have it done properly. I know someone who did that. It cost her a little bit of money, but she was in kind of a spot and she got it all erased within 2 months, and she has been happy ever since. So there you go. Anyway, that's what I have today. Let me know if y'all have ever tried this, if you've ever even thought about it. And I'd love to hear from you. Y'all take care.